the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Commanders and the Eagles on Monday night.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And a first down pickup of 8. The Eagles at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. they'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. And whatever they said appears to have worked. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 6 catches, 68 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll run with Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
These two teams met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game.
So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
Everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Wentz.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, a big D-lineman almost had it. The 3rd down coming up.
To throw is Wentz. And he finds McLaurin.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a 1st down. But how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame, everyone has responsibilities, even rushing on a field goal attempt. You've got the tight end, you've got the wing back, you might have the guy out of the backfield, but they executed that well. They really stuck to what they needed to do.
It wasn't just 11 guys trying to block it. They were ready, they got it done. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's got Smith here.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They go back to the ground with Sanders.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
They're connecting quickly with Goddard. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Sanders again.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now Wentz on third down. Oh, what a move. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. To about the 48-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Complete, it's Dodson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Again, it's Wentz. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Wentz. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Sly able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his big catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? From just shy of midfield, Wentz.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try to put points on the board.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll do a nice job here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
This is Smith with the ground. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9. Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Hurts.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Wentz now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone. And while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal line now, first and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Sanders is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Elliott now to have the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Wentz. He gets it to Thomas.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. From midfield, here's Wentz.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Commanders.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. To throw again on second down. Wentz.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Wentz gonna throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or 2 about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 45.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Second down, back to Sanders.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Holding offense.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Once more, Gibson.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd.
Completes it to Samuel.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
It returns it right back to Samuel.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Now Wentz again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Wentz.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Throwing on 1st is Wentz.
Complete, it's Dotson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
To throw, it's Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it 24-13. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Going for it with Sanders. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, "Great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow."
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
So fly, Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Eagles, the win will